Hey. Hello everyone, this is my 2017 AGDQ submission. I will be showing Pac-Man World 2 in a non-reset environment. I am submitting this game as a race with Average Stray and Nacho Brado. So yeah, here we go. We'll get started now. Now the game starts out very simple. You just pretty much mash A and start at the same time, usually so that you will skip the cutscene, and then you will also skip the text box that's going to come up. After that, you just hold B and you let go. That causes Pac-Man to rep roll. Rep rolling is when Pac-Man like runs on his feet and then he just like spins in the direction you want him to. So extremely simple. That's the main movement in this game. You're gonna see it used a lot, and I mean a lot. Like for example here, this entire level is pretty much just me rep rolling from place to place. You rep roll over here, and then you want to get to the pits as smooth as possible, which is now I still jumped a little bit, but that's fine. You also use it to get up here. You can jump out of rep rolls as long as you're touching the ground. So by using that, you can do the what I used it there, where I jumped up the hill. Here we're gonna use the rep roll to hit that rock so that we get a little boost up in the air. Because when Pac-Man is in water, he actually moves a lot slower than he does. There, I made a little flub error. You're supposed to just stop your rep roll right in the exit, but I jumped over the sign instead. Doesn't waste that much time. It's only about 1.6 seconds, maybe a little more, depends. Now here we have Chaos Canyon, the most inconsistent level in the game. As you can see right there, I died. That happens to everyone that runs this game. Everyone has had issues with this level. So usually most people either choose to do this, or they use the second box, which is a lot safer but loses about a second. It's not that bad if you die here though. It's only about 10 seconds. The biggest error that can happen here is RNG can mess you up, and those enemies that you saw me there will get in your way and push you up. But other than that, nothing too major. All this time can easily be made up throughout the race, especially when the game has many places where people can catch up and people can save time. And everyone has many different strats for each level. For a lot of in many levels, I mean. So a lot of times some strats are slower than others, due to the fact that some people are some are more inconsistent, or some are a lot different. So here I'm gonna attempt a waterless. The main trick in this level is you want to avoid grabbing the ledge as much as possible. As you see there, I got the waterless. I didn't touch any of the water, and I only got one ledge grab. So this is a really good packed out one. Should save some time. Now here we have the first boss in the game. I call him Goomba, based on one of my friends. And what we're gonna do with this is we are gonna try and hit him in one cycle, like beat him in one cycle. The way we do this is by abusing invincibility, the fact that its invincibility frames actually run out when you pause. So as you can see, I pause, wait for him to stop glowing, or I mean bouncing up and down, and then I hit him again, and just keep doing that until I get all 6 hits that you need. Right there, that's a one cycle. It was a little bit slow because I went behind him. Usually the most optimal way is to stay close to him, but that's still a really good blinky. If you one cycle him, you save a lot of time. If you don't, it's not that bad. You only lose about 10 seconds, but the most optimal thing you can do is one cycle. Now here I'm gonna do the first sequence break in the game. This skips a huge portion of the level and it makes it so much shorter. You're not supposed to get here till later in the level, but by doing that, we skip a lot of it. So it's really good. After that, it's just pretty simple stuff. Just jump and platforming. Use the rep roll to get to places faster. Try not to eat the ghost. The ghost sometimes will get in the way no matter what you do. It's mainly RNG, but it's not that bad. If you eat a ghost, it's about a second. So nothing to panic there. Everyone has eaten a ghost at some point. Now here we have the first level that introduces cycles. All these saws that you see are cycle based, and so you want to go through this level as optimally as possible to avoid taking too much damage. Because if you take too much damage, then you have to play it safe, and playing it safe means playing slower. So as you can see there, I'm already kind of off the cycles. I'm still good as long as I don't hit a saw making it over here. So far good. A little bit off, like I said, but nothing too bad. I just hit a saw there, but it's not bad. I would have ended up hitting another saw later on. So what the damage I took there, I was gonna take it eventually. So nothing bad. So I'm good on health so far. Now this is a little bit. This is not bad. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take hit there. But I was hoping to save a little bit of health to make sure that I don't die in the next portion. Now what I did there is I hit the bear. Usually for that bear, you have to hit him to kill him because he doesn't let you rep roll. But by rep rolling into him from the other platform and knocking him down, you have just enough time to rep roll into the other platform with the spinning saw and not have to kill him. That saves about a second. Now there I almost died, so you have to be careful because that's pretty much like a blind jump. You never know what the saw is until you get extremely close to it. So you just have to play it safe. Now here we have the first level that introduces the metal power-up. This is my favorite power-up in the game. This is used a lot to avoid taking damage and moving through the level really fast. You will see this right here. Also, it's another little sequence break in a way. And so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna butt pounce this. That saves a few seconds, so we're just landing on the main platform. And then here's where we're gonna abuse the metal to not take any damage. The next portion of the we're coming up on a thing called Chrome Skip, and we want to have full health or else it won't work. So here's what we do. You're just gonna abuse invincibility frames and just keep moving upwards. Now it is possible to do it with only 2 health, but it's extremely hard, and sometimes you have to play it safe if you want to do that. So the most optimal way to do it is just don't take damage in the beginning. Plus you make your life easier if you don't do that. Here just be careful with the saw, and then here just normal platforming stuff, grabbing onto ledges, moving to the sides. Nothing too major. Now here's another blind jump that you do. You just have to be careful with the saw. If you move fast enough, usually you won't get hit by that. So nothing major to worry about. Now here we have the second boss in the game, Inky. The easiest boss in the game. You just pretty much hold B, hold upright, and then just as soon as he's around, just rub roll into him and hold in this direction, and you get 2 hits. The most optimal way to do it is doing that, so that's the best way to do it. Now here we have the first ice level in the game, especially one of my favorite. It's a lot of movement here that you have to optimize, and it's really fun to optimize this level as well. So here also introduces the rep ramps. The rep ramps are the pain of every Pac-Man World 2 runner. They will kill you in so many places, especially in the next level. And here they can be extremely dangerous if you're not careful. Another thing about this, it's the fact that we skip a lot of checkpoints. So dying here is actually really bad. You lose about a minute. So you have to be really careful to avoid dying. You just don't want to die here. If you avoid dying here, and it's not that hard, you just have to follow the pattern. Watch out with the rep ramps. Don't do anything super risky, and then you will be 100% fine. Sometimes it's better just to play it safer. And always, there's a rep roll behind me that you have to be careful for. You have to be fast with this and land here so that it passes that way and it won't hit you. Sometimes it's knocked me into the rock, and then it's also like hit me into the water, so it's pretty bad. Never get hit by that one. Now here we have another rep ramp. Just be careful with it. As long as you make it to this rock right here, you're fine. You cannot reach you to this point, so you're good. And then here, we're pretty much just abusing the rep roll to get to each rock, and then that's it. And then the ending of the level is right here. Just don't get hit by the bear. He's really annoying. Look at that, we're actually ahead. I am racing against my PB, so there might be some points where I'm ahead or behind. Sorry about that. Now here we have Avalanche Alley. This is actually one of the hardest levels for beginners and top players and everyone. This level can be really bad. This is due to the fact that for one, the camera sucks really badly, and 2, you have to abuse wind boosts that are gonna come up later. So here we go. Right now we're just rep rolling. Do fully charge rep rolls to move through this optimally. Then we grab this chain, and we're done with the first part of the level. There's about, if I have to describe this level, it's made up of 4 parts. The first part of this, the second, actually no, 5 parts. The first part of the Indiana Jones section, yeah, because I mean, I guess the developers wanted to make Pac-Man feel like an adventure. So, you know, they decided we have to add the snowball or a ball chasing Pac-Man. So they decided to go with the snowball, which can be pretty annoying. A lot of the issues for many people for this game is memorizing this level. If you memorize it, this level becomes 1,000 times easier because then you know where you're going, you know what to do and so on. Now here's the first place where we're gonna use the boost. An optimal boost you will see right now. Let's see if I get it. We're gonna wait for the next one just so I can be positioned. I got it. Okay, so you want to activate these 2 rep ramps. If you only activate one, the next thing that I'm gonna do, which is called a pap skip, I'm gonna do it right now, right here. There you go, I did it. Now the main reason why you want to activate both rep ramps is because you want to be able to do that easily without having to worry about the ramps. So other than that, good avalanche alley so far. As you can see, I'm just full charge rep rolls. You can tell when a rep roll is charged because you see a little bit of smoke come out of Pac-Man's feet. So that's usually when you want to let go of the rep roll. Right there, what I just did is a chain skip. Usually what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get a chain. You can see it right there in the background. That saves about 1 second or 2. So, and it's really easy to do, so no excuse not to do it. Now that was an almost deadly boost. Good boosts usually require you not dying and getting pretty far. So let's see if I can do this one. There you go, that was a good boost. Not the most optimal. It's actually been done that we can use that boost. Some people have done it so that you can use the boost to get to the chain. It's really rare, and I mean, I wouldn't really risk going for it in a run. But if it happens, that would be amazing. It's happened to some people. I've done it once by accident. Didn't mean to do it, and it just happened. There I lost a bit of time. Could have moved a little bit better. My boosts were slower. A lot of this level is based on how many boosts you get. Now, this next level, this is called Blade Mountain. It's one of my favorite levels in the game. This is due to the fact that this is all pretty much just movement. The main thing in this level is you want to go straight as much as possible. Now, what defines a straight in this one is when Pac-Man has his 2 hands behind him and then he has his 2 feet together. Turning slows you down, so the way to accelerate is by making sure that you go straight as much as possible. So as you can see here, I'm just trying as much as I can to go straight and not mess up. That's your main goal in this. You can see going straight. Also, these boxes are extremely deadly. You want to make sure you kickflip before you get near them, because there's many times where I didn't kickflip fast enough and the box just stops me in midair and I fall into the water. It's really funny when it happens. It can be extremely sad though if you're in a good run. But other than that, nothing major. Just as long as you kickflip in the right time, you'll be okay. Also, another funny part is that Pac-Man does his splits in midair. Dude, you can actually see him destroy boxes that are not even close to him, but he still does it. So he just opens his legs like super wide and then like kickflips really really big. Like the hitbox, I guess, is extremely extended, so that's why it looks like that. But like sometimes you'll see a box that's like on half the screen and it'll just break for some reason. Now we're in the final section of the cave. You have to be careful here. Dying will cost about a minute if you die at later portions of the level. If you die at the end, it's really bad, so you don't want to do that. Pretty simple stuff here. Just go straight as much as possible. Try not to fall in the water. Fun fact, if you touch any of the water, even for a slight second, so like let's say that you touch the water for a little bit and then you come out, then you will still die because the game registers that you touch the water and it automatically kills you. It's really funny. It's happened to one of our runners. He just like touched the water a little bit and then he just died. Other than that, we're done with the level. That was pretty decent movement. I could have gone a little more straight at some points, but I still went enough. Now here we have the third boss in the game, Pinky, one of the most hated bosses. This is due to her tendency to troll people. I almost died there as a matter of fact, but I didn't, lucky for me. The most optimal way to do this is get back on the platform after you get the first hits. So for example, I'm gonna hit her here, get on the platform, and then rep roll. And right there I wasn't like ready for that to happen, so I died there. But usually what you want to do is when you hit her, get back on the platform, and I died again. Like I said, this boss is extremely trolly. You have to be really careful. So use charge rep roll, get double hits. Same thing here. Sometimes you won't even see her like wobble when you hit her. She'll just stand in place. Now I beat her. That was actually really bad, Pinky. And it happens. Everyone has bad Pinkies once in a while. Like, she just loves to troll people. It's really funny. Anyways, we beat her, so we're good. Now we're entering the lava world. A lot of people's favorites levels. This is due to the fact that these are like one of the hardest to optimize, and they're really movement heavy as well. Now here, usually a lot of people, when we go for ILs usually, we go for some random strats. Usually I go for them, but because this is a race, this would be a race, I would not go for that. So what I mean by that, I probably won't do some of the strats that are super risky. Now here you have to be careful. Here we're gonna do a tiny skip. Usually there's a platform on the side that's going back and forth, and you board that and then get to that platform right there. But by abusing that little ramp, you can actually get there without having to use that. Now here we just have same thing, normal platforming stuff. You want to not grab the edges of those. If you grab the edge of that platform and it's falling, you're gonna die because Pac-Man doesn't get up fast enough. So you just want to be careful. Here you just want to go over. I'm gonna try a cool strat right here, which will skip all of this without jumping, and I got it. So we're good. More platforming stuff here. If you're fast enough, you can make an earlier cycle and be there by then. But other than that, nothing major. Here I'm gonna try to do another cool strat, and that's use that. Oh, and I missed it. I waited a little bit too long. Good. At least I didn't die, so that doesn't waste too much time. Maybe that loses about a second for not getting that, so nothing major. Now we finished the level. Really easy. Now the next level is gonna be the first major skip in the game. It skips a huge portion of the level. It makes a 3-minute level really short. So here we go. First you grab the chrome ball. Then you have to have really good movement here, or else your chrome ball is gonna run out by the time you get to the place you need to. We're also gonna abuse the fact that you can walk on lava with this. So here, and then here we're gonna have butt pounds, and then we're gonna rebel into the wall. This clips us under, and we access this portion of the level that you're not supposed to get to. Because this level is about lowering the lava, and so by skipping that portion, we don't have to lower the lava, and we can just get to this point. Now you have to be careful here. If you go too fast, you will die. I didn't die there, so good. Now this next level, my favorite level in the entire game. This is its full platforming and cool tricks. So you'll see, very simple in the beginning, just jump from platform to platform, then rep roll to this doing right here. Skips a little bit. Rep roll across the bridge. Sometimes you have to be careful. If you fall off the bridge, it's an insta-death. That's because I guess the death bounds are like extremely high. So like if you get anywhere close to the bridge, you do. Now what I did is a room skip. That's a huge sequence breaker. What that does is, usually in that room you have to do whole things in order. Like you have to press a button that activates a chain, and you press another button and activate some platforms and stuff like that. By doing that, you skip that entire portion, and it saves like a huge portion of the level. Here we're just gonna do the same thing. I've used the metal power to rock on lava. You're gonna see it mainly over here. I want to get this level. This room is on cycles, and the platforms keep rising up and down. So if you don't have metal, you actually lose a lot of time with waiting for the platforms to go up and down. So by having the metal power up, you can just skip through all of that and do what I just did. Now here's another skip that we're gonna do. This is the slide skip. You pretty much just skip the entire slide because you're supposed to slide down that, but by doing that you don't have to do that anymore. Now next up we have one of the most hated bosses in the game, but it's actually my favorite. I put a lot of time into this boss and grinding it because he always gave me issues. Now the most optimal way to do this boss is you want to get both hits on every face. So I will show what I mean right now. For example, you get 1, 2. Now it gets harder as you go through the level because his hitbox becomes slower and smaller. Oof. Okay, that's actually really bad. I'm gonna lose quite a bit of time here because he's on the big platform now, and so you're actually supposed to. Well, I guess dying is another method of. So what happens there is you're supposed to actually wait on the platform to the left of the life, and this makes it so that he doesn't go on fire as much. I'm gonna lose like 15 seconds to that. This is also one of the hardest phases for a lot of people because you have to hit Clyde as he's moving across the big platform. You will see what I mean right now. So you get one hit, and then sometimes you don't get the other one. You just have to go to the other side and hit him. The most optimal way to do it is to get the hits as he's moving along without getting on the big platform anymore. But it's nothing major if you miss it. So here, once again, another one. It's really easy up to this point. Then once you get into the 4th and 5th phase, the hitbox is so much smaller, so you have to be really careful. So I'm full of life, good enough. There's really nothing you can do to speed him up, you just have to wait for him in the cycles. Very simple stuff. Now just wait for him to spin a little bit, makes this a lot easier. A lot of people have issues with this phase. But by doing what I just did there, by waiting a little bit, you make it so his angle is really easy to hit. The next phase is probably one of the hardest. This is due to the camera. The camera can destroy you in this level. It's extremely bad. So you just have to be careful not to get trolled by the camera. So get one. Oh. Okay, I saved it there. But usually the camera will do that, and it's extremely annoying when that happens. Now here we entered the World 5. Oh, I almost mashed A. Never mash A in a boss, you'll re-enter. Now here we have World 5. This is the introduction of water levels, and in this one you no longer can rep roll. Here the main form of method is by mashing B. This spins Pac-Man and makes him faster than he would be. The best thing you can do here is get Mind Boost. Now what Mind Boosts are is you get damage, and then when you're close to mine with invincibility frames, you press the B button, you will get a small boost. So because of that, you just have to be really careful and not. So a lot of this level just becomes managing your health, but at the same time trying to get as many boosts as possible. One person really good at this in the community is Abby. For some reason, the god of the Mind Boost. So everyone goes for like different boosts a lot of the time. I usually only go for one. Others go for two. Some people go for like a lot of them. As long as you manage your health, it's the main thing you have to do. So here, I'm gonna attempt one. I missed it. I didn't get the boost. Next, I'm gonna try another one around here. I got a small one, not really that big, but I mean it's better than nothing. So as long as I manage my health, I can go for as many as I want without. But I cannot take it too. I cannot play it too safe because I cannot play it too risky because if I die, then that's really bad. Now I'm not gonna go for any there, and just gonna keep moving as fast as possible. Try not to hit walls, because that's a lot of damage. I mean, that slows you down a lot. And also, you have to be careful with hitboxes with deals. Deals hitboxes are actually extremely big, so... Oh, I didn't get held there. That's actually pretty bad, which means I will not be able to go for the mind boost I usually go for, which is right here. So I'll just keep mashing B. That's why my split says mash B. Now checkpoints are a lot in this, so you really should have no issue with that. I'm gonna try another one here. I didn't get it. You have to do it when you're like right next to it, or else you don't get it. Let's see, maybe I can get a last one. No, I didn't. So I didn't get any mind boost, which is why I lost time there. But usually the most optimal way is to, well, I got one, but it was really small, so it doesn't really matter. Now here we have the next level. Now you don't want to take too much health in the beginning, because then you have to play too safe. So like I'm already really low on health. I shouldn't be this low on health in the beginning. A lot of people when they first run the game, they die to this first portion because there's so many places where you can take damage. Something I like to do is grab that for safety, because sometimes what you try to do is about to go avoid the ghost, and because of that you end up going a little bit higher. Now when you go higher, there's little mines that are falling, shock charges I guess, that hurt and can kill you if you're not careful. So if you're low on health, just grab that and play it safe. Now let's see how many mind boosts I get in this one. I'm gonna go for as many as I can while staying in the safe zone. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt some right here. Didn't get any, I went too low. I'm gonna try some right here. Oh, I missed the mines, never mind. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try right here. There's a lot of them, so should work. Nope, I waited. I pressed B a little bit too early. You're supposed to wait. And what the reason why that works is because you're abusing the invincibility frames, and it gives you like a little damage boost. You can also do it with some enemies. I've gotten boost off Ghost and stuff like that. So maybe someday we can actually use enemies to propel us forward in other levels other than the water ones. There's actually a funny one. Okay, here I'm gonna attempt one. It's called a Trace Special. Oh, but I didn't get it. I'm not really that good at mind boost, but they don't save that much time, so missing them is not crucial to the run. Let's see, can I get any final ones? Nope, didn't get any. I was hoping to at least like something. Now here we have Pac-Man. This is the there's the only two levels that use the yellow the submarine are this one and the next one. Now I'm gonna be attempting to play this with one hand. This makes the level more fun and interesting. So usually what you want to do is, a lot of people make this level fun in their own way. Some people like to, for example, try doing this level without taking damage. Some people like to do the level with what's it called? Some people like, I don't know, everyone has their own method of doing this. Many people just like to just do it with no hands. I've tried it with my feet, I couldn't do it. But usually the main method I like to do is just have my hand. Just don't play with it at all. Another thing that's fun is 100% in this level. It makes it more fun as well. You can actually, there's 2 people ever that have ever done this level without shooting at all and no taking damage. The Ruse Man and stuff like that. Now this is a perfect time to read donations as well. This is due to the fact that this level is actually pretty long, but this also serves to help me explain some stuff. The next boss that we're about to do is actually one of the hardest levels as of right now, due to the fact that the most optimized strategy is the main method of strategy is getting a 1 cycle. Now the next boss, and you will see when we get there, is he has 4 propellers. It's a giant submarine. It's called the Whale. I don't know why. Oh Jesus, never gotten hit from before like that. Anyways, it's a giant whale-looking submarine that has 4 propellers, and the main way that developers meant for you to do it is by getting one propeller each cycle. But with a really good strat that was found by the Reeseman, we are able to do it in 1 cycle and get all the propellers. Now that strat is extremely hard and precise. I've done it a few times. I know all the top levels, all the top players are consistent at it as well. And it's extremely hard. You have to be really precise. It saves like 34 seconds if you get a average 2 cycle, and it saves like 28 seconds if you get a fast 2 cycle. Usually my best is like, I've gotten a 1 cycle in runs before, but usually I get 2 cycles. So that's my main method. Other than that, this is good to read donations. We're figuring stuff out to make this level more interesting. We might try doing like some sword fighting while this is going on, or playing it with because I'm doing this as a race, so maybe we can have Nacho and like Trey and me just playing with one hand on each other's controllers and then just like beating it like that, stuff like that. And this is, like I said, this is perfect for donations. A lot of the run is not really good for donations, so this is the perfect time to read many donations. Now, another thing that I like to do is get a high score in this level, so that means getting as much as possible. You see this score on the top right, like right now I have 12,600. So usually I just go for a high score. I don't usually get it. Okay, now I'm low on health. Now dying in this level is extremely bad. You don't want to die here. It's about an entire 2 minutes if you die, because the checkpoints are scattered all over the place. Now we're approaching into the favorite gun of every Pac-Man World 2 runner ever, the Pew Pew gun. If the game had this, bosses would be free, because it would be so easy. Now I'm really low on health, and I don't want to lose the Pew Pew gun, so I'm gonna attempt to get health right here. Okay, good. No, and I lost the Pew Pew gun. Now, just for safety, better that I don't die here. So he's gonna farm health. The mines can have up to health or life, so you just want to keep shooting them if you're low on health, and then you'll usually get your life back really easily. Shooting the pipes. Oh god. Okay, this is bad. Okay, this is really bad. Okay, so. Oh no. Okay. Now we don't want to die in this. It's really bad to die. So in the next portion, it's gonna be usually the worst part about this level is the enemies and the pipes. The pipes, actually, when you shoot them, you get a lot of smoke. So sometimes you cannot see what's in front of them, and that can cost you a lot, because sometimes there are enemies waiting for you on the other side, or another pipe, or a mine. I've died to a mine before being there, and I was low on health, and I was playing around, and I missed it. Other than that, the best way to kill the enemies is just go to the right of them, like the opposite of them. So for example, that one's coming from the left, go to the right. If that one's coming from the right, you go to the left. Simple stuff. You can also farm lives here. At this point, there's no reason for you to ever game over, because this level gives you so many lives for free. Really simple. You get smart bombs, which destroy everything. A lot of people always ask for the next level for the boss if you can use if you can use a smart bomb to destroy the boss, but no, the smart bomb actually does not do a single damage to doesn't do any damage to the boss. So that's why it becomes a really that's why it's really hard to get the one cycle, because you have to be really precise with your movement. Any movement mistakes will cost it. If you have like the shape of the boss, it's like a V. So like you want to do like this kind of movement. Some other people do like a U, like PLP and Nacho. Nacho and Trey are more consistent on one cycle than I am, so I will most likely get a 2 cycle. But due to how races are, those 30 seconds that you miss are easy to make up, especially because you can die in many places. We've had races before that are extremely close. We were doing a tournament and races came down really close because when under pressure, it's easy to like make silly mistakes. But it's a really fun game to run, entertaining as well, and easy to stay under the estimate. Okay, now we're entering the next level. Now for the next level, you want to, as soon as you get out of the level and you enter the map, you want to start mashing A. You want to mash A, and then mash start, and then mash A again. So now here I will attempt it, so I will try to be quiet for a little bit. Now there, I missed one of the propellers. Actually, I missed the propellers for 1 cycle. But if this happens, I'm gonna try to save it. But if not, then we can just finish the whale normally. Nothing too major. It's like a minute if I don't get the 2 cycle right away. So I will try a 2 cycle. Let's see. Oh, never mind. The enemy sometimes will kill the propellers for you. So I didn't even get a chance to try it. But I mean, that was a fast kill for the propeller, so it can work out sometimes. Now we're just gonna wait. There's gonna be 2 checkpoints. I guess the developer style that you might die in between. So they give a checkpoint here, and then the next portion has like another one. Now we just want to finish this off as fast as possible. That's one of the bad things about getting a 3 cycle. This last propeller down here can be really annoying. And there we go. That's a 3 cycle. Now here we have my least favorite level in the entire game. This level tends to kill a lot of my runs, especially because there's a trick. There's like little thing called blood pound storage that if you kickflip too much, sometimes you accidentally cancel a jump, and the next frame that you jump, you'll blood pounce by default, and then you will just fall into the water. So a lot of people don't kickflip in this level anymore as much after that was found. So yeah, pretty straightforward level. Just want to go as optimal as possible, not have too many bad movement, not grab any ledges. The water is 1-hit KO. So like, let's say you're grabbing onto the stairs, and since the stairs are falling or something like that, if you touch any of the water, you will die. So even if you can maybe come back up, you won't have enough time. Oh, and see, that happened right there. I had touched over the platform, so because of that, I ended up dying. But yeah, you just have to be careful to not get the do not touch the water. Now, I held back there a little bit because I didn't want to make the same mistake twice, but I'm pretty sure I could have made it. Now, most of the platforms are going to keep falling, so you just have to make sure not to get too reckless. If you grab a ledge in the big ones, you can still make it, so you don't have to like panic or like get angry. Now, the posts in this ones actually do not have a hitbox. Now, I'm going to try getting good stairs. So that was decent stairs. I'm known as the PK choke master. That's because I tend to choke in this level a lot. So, but I'm getting more and more consistent at not dying here anymore. Now here there's a little wall, so you have to jump there. I don't know why there's a wall there, but I guess it just keeps you from going. Now in this portion of the level, you have to be careful not to take too much damage. There's a lot of bats and ghosts that can kill you, and playing this level with low life is the scariest thing ever. You just don't want to. You never want to have to do that, because then you also make a lot of mistakes in movement-wise because you have to play it safe. So the best way to do it is just make sure you don't take too much damage. So right here I'm perfect on health, so I don't have to worry about that. And then we're coming up on the end of the level. I'm gonna lose a bit of time because of that first death, but other than that, nothing bad. Now, because the pulls have no hitbox, you can easily just go through them. Really easy. And then this is the end of the level. Right here we're just gonna get platform, and then you want to grab onto this. You don't want to, well, you don't want to grab onto it. The most optimal is not to grab onto it, but if you grab on, no reason to panic. Just mash A so that you will. Now here we have another a huge cycle base level. So here what you want to do is just grab this box. If you don't grab that apple, it's really bad. Especially because you need it for later on in the level. So then for this, we're just gonna... There's platforms at the end of the level that are based on cycles. So as long as you don't make too many huge errors, you should be fine. Now you don't want to take too much damage because there's nowhere else to take health. So being low in health here is also really scary because you have to wait for it. There's a spider that has health, but that's really slow, so you don't want to have to worry about that. Then you have to kill this skeleton to get this cherry, because to open this box you have to get it. And then here, that's where you need the apple for that. Now here we're just gonna go faster on that. We can use the hovering platforms as like ramps and stuff like that. Here we're also gonna rep roll into this bedouin, and then we're gonna skip a lot of the bedouins. Now another optimal here to do is hit this box right here. Sometimes the camera goes wild and it just spins in place. But so far it seems like, oh no! Oh, I messed up there. So what happens there is I messed up with the holding to the right of the camera, so now I'm gonna have to wait. Nothing too bad. At least I died near a checkpoint, so it's only gonna lose about 15 seconds. So not too bad. So now the cycles are gonna be a little bit off. So here again we use the platform as a ramp and then get the apple in there. Now that platform right there, it's as of right now it's impossible to get that. A lot of people have tried to, but only Taz has been able to do it. And people are gonna test out if eventually we can get to it. Now because I died, I'm actually gonna make this cycle still, but no! I went for it all. It's actually gonna be quite a bit of time. Now I'm gonna have to wait. So once again, dying, not too bad. It's okay to die. It happens to everyone. Especially in races when you cannot reset right away. Keeps things more interesting. Now once again, I got it this time, so nothing bad to worry about. There you go. Night crawling, really easy level. Really rare for me to mess this one up. Now here we go with the next biggest skip in the entire game. This entire level is 8 minutes, but we make it like less than a minute. If properly done. So here we're gonna do what we just did there is we kind of one sequence broke it, and then we're gonna be able to just get to this part of the level faster. Now once you get to this point, there's only one other place where you can die, and right here, when you get up to this point, you're pretty much just safe. Now if you don't hit any of the skeletons, you will be good. And then I'm gonna try doing something called wait skip. Wait skip saves a lot of time. It takes like 7 seconds, but missing it is not too bad. Let's see if I can get it. And I missed it. Now wait skip, what happens is usually you have to, when you skip those 2 cutscenes, later on, then you can do you can walk up to the checkpoint, but if you get the wait skip, you actually land near the checkpoint, so you actually end up saving quite a bit of time. Now in this next portion, this is the last boss, Spooky. I'm gonna beat him really fast, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what that technique is called is stone lock. Now, we kill ourselves on purpose because we want to be able to do it again on the second phase. And so once again, 1, 2. Oh, I missed it there. Now, sometimes that happens if you wait a little bit too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to chase him. Oh, he actually hit me. Oh, God. So that can happen. You have to be... Chasing can be a little bit difficult if you're not careful. So now, the last phase, it is extremely hard to get all 4 hits. So the most optimal thing to do is get 2 hits. There, I missed it. So you just want to get him. Keep chasing him. Now, we don't want to die here, so I'm going to play it a little bit safe. Because now he's just going to go down soon. And then that's it. A lot of errors. As you can see, this is a terrible run for me. But other than that, really fun game to speedrun. Love doing races for this. We're actually doing tournaments for now as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gets in. I feel like a lot of people would enjoy watching the game, especially in a 3-way race where things can go wrong in so many places. The race will most likely be really close. So yeah. Here we have the credits. So yeah, thanks for watching.